Did you know that up to 95% of communication is nonverbal? Yes, that's right. Now, this is very important for you to know because when you have this clear understanding, then it will help you improve on your nonverbal cues so that it can enhance, or, if you're not careful, it will undermine your message. Today, we want to explore how to harness the power of nonverbal communication. In this video, we'll discuss the components of nonverbal communication, how to read body language, and the tips for improving your nonverbal cues. So let's get to the business of this session. We want to talk about the components of nonverbal cues or nonverbal communication, if you like. The first one we'll be talking about is facial expressions. Now, your face can convey a wide range of emotions. A smile can create warmth, and while a frown can create and signal disapproval. Be aware what your facial expressions are saying, because you see, you may be saying one thing and your facial expression is actually giving out a different message entirely. For example, if you're giving a presentation and you have a genuine smile on your face, it will make you appear more approachable, right? So this is very important in communication because your facial expression tells the story of what you really believe in, on how you're feeling, much more than even what you say. Because truth is, what you say is only 7% of communication. The remaining 93% is nonverbal communication, nonverbal cues. So let's go to the next point: gestures. Now, hand gestures or hand movements can emphasize your point. Let me show you how. If you're talking about numbers and you say number one, number two, number three, and so on, these help to communicate what you're saying in essence. However, be cautious because excessive gestures can become distracting if you're not careful. So use gestures to complement your message, like I explained earlier. One, two, there are 3 points I want to give, and the first point is, the second point is, and the third point is. So these are very important gestures that help to enhance your message and complement them. And say, I've just shared an example with you. Again, if you're discussing something like growth, you may use this to explain growth. Now, we have a growth trajectory. So when you use your hand moving from the bottom to the top, you're actually showing that you're discussing something that is related to growth, and that will enhance your idea and visually represent it appropriately. The third thing we talk about is posture. Posture. Please take note of this because it is very, very important. Your posture reflects your confidence. Your posture, now standing tall, right, with an open stance can make you appear more approachable and assertive. Conversely, when you slouch, it shows disinterest and lack of confidence. These are some of the things that you take for granted, but they're very important. And so you need to practice good posture so that it will enhance your presence. When you maintain your posture in a way that is approachable and appreciated by others, then you get the clarity from the person who's conversing with you that you are a confident person, and of course, you are enhancing your presence. The last one I'll talk about in this video is eye contact. Eye contact. In one of my videos, I shared about something about eye contact. But here, I want to say to you that when you maintain eye contact, it shows engagement and sincerity. However, too much can be intimidating and can also mean you're staring. So you need to find a balance. I recommend strongly that you do 3 to 5 seconds when you're maintaining eye contact, especially when you're speaking. Do not look at anyone's eyes for more than 5 seconds because that will imply that you're actually staring. I hope you understand the importance of what we're saying here. It will imply that you're staring. So make sure that you maintain eye contact. However, do not stare. Do not. Now we'll talk about reading body language. Pay attention to others' body language. Are they leaning in or indicating interest? Or perhaps are they crossing their arms, suggesting defensiveness? You see, understanding these cues can enhance your interactions. For example, if someone is leaning away, right? They may feel uncomfortable or disinterested. Adjust your approach accordingly. Also, consider cultural differences in body language. What's acceptable in your culture may be offensive in another person's culture. So, these cultural differences are very important. So, you need to be mindful of these differences when communicating with diverse audience. It's very important that you take note of these cultural differences when you're having a conversation. I recall that I went to the northern part of Nigeria and I never knew at the time that the hand gesture that I made was rather offensive. But fortunately, I was in an environment where we had elites and educated people, and someone tapped me on my shoulder and called me to say, "You don't do that around here." Fortunately, you're in our midst where we're all learned and you're not in the on the streets and all that. So that changed a lot for me. And since then, I started paying very close attention to cultural differences when it comes to body language and communication. Let's see how you can improve your non-verbal cues. This will help you a great deal. Practice in front of a mirror, or like I recommend, record yourself speaking. As you do that, notice your gestures, your facial expression, and your posture. Adjust them to align with the message you want to convey. And something else that helps, really, really helps, is to get feedback. Take feedback from trusted friends and from colleagues, right? Because they can provide insights into how your nonverbal cues are perceived. This is very instructive, and I tell you, every time you want to get feedback, do well to get feedback and take note of it and utilize the feedback to improve yourself and get better at the game of communication. So today we have learned a couple of things about components of nonverbal communication and how to improve your body language. I want to encourage you to practice these tips and use it, right? Use it so that we will see whether you're making improvements in your nonverbal communication. But most importantly, do well to share with us how this has improved and impacted your communication. I'd like you to like this video and subscribe for more insights, because I will be sharing more tips that will improve your communications even on this channel. Do well to subscribe. Thank you. I am Coach Emmanuel Dogba. They call me the Oxygen. See you around. Bye bye.